We're in Santa Rosalía, inside the breakwater, and the ferry just pulled in this morning. It's a kind of cute, old school looking ferry over there, a little passenger ferry over to Guaymas. Just found a guy selling some empanadas, so we're gonna go get some breakfast.
Empanadas in hand, 15 pesos each, so under $1.
Yeah. Yum.
Good. Tasty.
Just watched the ferry load up, and he is on his way out. Asked the guy, he said it's a 10-hour trip over there. Some cars and people all on that little boat. The city of Santa Rosalía was founded by a French mining company called El Boleo, which, after the discovery of copper in the area, acquired the rights to mine the region in the 1880s. Much of the original equipment and infrastructure is still at least partially standing throughout the town. We were intrigued by the history and old equipment, and walking through the town felt like walking through a museum. On the hill overlooking town is the old head office building for the mine, which is now a free museum. Some old books in here. There are old ledgers. They start at like 1900.
There's one outside I'll show you for 1889.
Wow. It smells like old book too.
It does, very old book. It's in a little vault.
Yeah. Maps showed mine shafts that looked like Swiss cheese throughout the surrounding hills. These were worked by Chinese, Japanese, native Yaqui people, and mestizo laborers in very harsh conditions. All these pictures up here are reading these are German sailboats. They sailed around Cape Horn to bring all the mining equipment and even wood, it said, for the mines. And then they would load them up with copper and sail it back around Cape Horn over to Europe. Pretty long journey there. Almost every original building in this town was made out of wood, and the wood they actually imported from Oregon and British Columbia. Pretty crazy. Bunch of Pacific Northwest lumber down here. The French company operated the mine until the 1950s, bringing European architecture to the town. The mine has since operated off and on, changing hands several times between the Mexican government, a Canadian company, and it is currently still in operation under Korean ownership. Looking out over town, we were intrigued by the tin roofs and mixture of old wooden European-style buildings and traditional stone and adobe buildings, and we couldn't wait to explore this town. Yet again, Baja, Mexico was surprising us with another very unique place.
It is very hot outside.
It is super hot. We are dripping in sweat.
Literally dripping. I think the high today is maybe 96. It feels like 105 right now, I think, right?
Yeah, that's what it said.
50s humidity, something like that area.
Yeah.
It doesn't cool down at night. I think 85, 86 is the coldest. that is hit about 5 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
So it is tough to sleep on the boat right now. We're sleeping up top. There's only one thing to do after we look around the museum and get all hot and sweaty. What is that, Hillary?
Ice cream time.
We're going to hit the local ice cream shop up, which is always tasty and cheap. And it's air conditioned inside the ice cream shop. It is air conditioned.
That's amazing.
And there are ice creams.
Ice cream. Yum.
They look good.
Ice cream, air conditioning.
What more could you have?
What more do you need? With the heat here making life on the boat unbearable without air conditioning or water that we could swim in, we spent much of our time in town. We were surprised and happy to find the local library a great place to hang out. It seemed this place acted more as a community center than a library, with local kids using the computers and even a band practicing here, but no one looking at the sparse shelves filled with fairly new books. Just pulled up to shore. We're headed in to go get some AC, work on the videos, do a bit of shopping and dinner. We pulled up on shore and these kids came up and they asked us if they could use our dinghy to go out fishing inside here. Buena suerte.
Hey.
So ustedes van a pescar, ¿sí?
Hey.
¿Sí?
How many they're hoping to catch?
Yeah. ¿Cuánto pescado?
No sabemos.
No. ¿Hay mucho adentro aquí?
Sí. Dos, tres.
So Hillary, let's hope we get our dinghy back.
Yeah, let's hope our dinghy comes back. Doesn't get sunk or taken.
They're awfully excited.
They're very excited. Coming back to check on our dinghy later that afternoon, we found it in one piece, with only a few spare fish guts and some sand to tell the story of the kids' adventures. Friday night, out walking around town. It's like 9 o'clock at night, and this is the time to come to the playground if you're a kid. It's packed in here. Sunset, and it's finally cool enough to be outside and not die of the heat. It's a really nice park here. It's right next to the library that we were hanging out at the other day, using the air conditioning, working on some videos for you. And they have a playground and a really nice plaza community center back here. Pretty nice place. Topping up our diesel tanks, and we're gonna get some water in a few minutes. So the Pemex is just right over there.
We're gonna head up here to the hardware store, try and get a slightly larger diameter siphon hose.
Yep.
So we've got water coming this morning.
Water's on its way, and we have a really thin hose that'll take a while, so get a bit bigger one.
We already refilled our diesel.
Yep.
Filled a couple of jerry cans and topped them up.
Topped that up, so we're good for a while on that.
That was about, 95 cents a litre, right? About 650 pesos, something around that area.
Yeah. For 10 gallons, yeah? So about
10 gallons. Yep.
35 bucks for 10 gallons of diesel.
The water's going to come to us, we think, in like the water cooler kind of jugs.
Like the big 5 gallon.
5 gallon, 20 litre jugs.
Yeah.
And what are we paying? It was like a peso a litre. And we have a water hose.
Water hose.
Just the last stuff we had was pretty small, it was like half an inch. This is 3/4. So it'll help us fill a bit quicker for the water we're getting.
Let's hope we don't sink. It is days like these, hauling 9 5-gallon jerry jugs from the beach back out to Varuna, that we are so thankful for our large dinghy, that somehow manages to carry all of that weight and still allows us to row without sinking. I literally have sweat dripping down my face, my eyeballs, my chin, everywhere. It's so hot here. But we're getting water, so we can replace all this water we're sweating out. While we have always been very conscious of our freshwater use on board, hauling water in this heat makes us appreciate this precious resource even more.
That's pretty good. They delivered these down to the water's edge, no additional charge. We're paying about a peso a litre.
Peso
like
liter.
5 cents a litre.
Yep, which comes out to about $1 for one of these 5-gallon jugs.
They're all, there we go. They're all sealed up for us. Got them out to the boat without too much hassle actually, and got them up on deck as long as Hillary didn't break her back.
No, it wasn't too bad.
And then we're going to fill the starboard tank up here.
Yeah, so like Ty was saying, the process of getting them was actually really easy, other than the fact that they were late. We requested it as early in the morning as possible. They said 8 o'clock. I think it actually showed up closer to 10 o'clock. So now we're really coming into the heat of the day and just literally dripping sweat. It's dripping in my eyes right now.
We're wandering around the old foundry.
The old foundry,
The
yeah.
smelting, is this the smelting plant or
I
something?
think so, yeah, from the copper mine back in the day.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool. It's actually a mixture of, you can see a lot of the old, like right here. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Look at that.
Yeah. The old, original, like all wood, everything.
All
and then some of
wood.
the stuff they've updated. It has, you know, metal trusses and stuff.
Yeah.
But
All
pretty
wood,
cool.
like the trellis. This is like a, looks like a conveyor belt. I don't know what you call it, a slew, conveyor belt or something. It kind of runs down at an angle. This is all wood back here. You can see these chutes. So these are slews here, right, or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's pretty sweet. And then yeah, there's a whole bunch of metal that it's been reinforced with or rebuilt over times. And then there's all this brick structure behind us. I don't know what all this would be called, but I'm guessing it's some sort of insulation for whatever was hot, right? Like the smelting, the kiln.
Smelter, yeah.
They obviously ran whatever through it and then out the bottom.
Poured out the bottom, yeah.
Really hot again today, and that's nothing new. We're sweating, dripping sweat.
Dripping, yeah.
So we kind of stopped here because basically
Some
everywhere along the way where there's a bit of shade.
Or air conditioning. We like to wander around town and walk in all the shops that have air conditioning just to browse and cool down a little bit on our walk.
Today on our list of things to do, we brought a bit of laundry with us.
Yeah,
our settee cushion
big bulky things. Yeah.
needs to be washed. We're going to try and do that while we sit in some air conditioning, work on the computers a bit.
Yep.
Going to get some fabric for flags.
For flags, because our Mexico flag is pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
And we also need to get some new sheets. We really need to replace our foam mattress, but we need to get a new covering for it right now. And then we're also on the lookout for a big, large glass jar container so we can do some kombucha.
Our friends on sailing vessel Bloom gave us some of their SCOBY, so we can start up a kombucha batch, and gave us a few tips on how to get that kombucha going. If you haven't checked them out before or heard of them, we'll put a link to them in the description below.
Yeah.
They've actually got a really cool blog. They don't do any videos, but they have a really cool blog with some really informative articles that they write on there.
Yeah.
So I suggest you check them out. It's Jason, Lisa, Carson and Ruby over there. Now it's time to make some way and head back.
The sun.
Back into the sun. We're dripping wet.
Earlier in the week, while sailing, we had been surprised to discover that our outhaul slide car, which holds the clue of our mainsail in place, had completely broken open. We had jerry-rigged a fix for it, but while we were in town, we decided to see if we could come up with a more permanent fix for this important piece of hardware. Of course, this required taking down our lazy jacks, the entire mainsail, and even our stack pack sail bag to remove the part. Alright, so that's broken, obviously. This needs to go in there. And that welded around. Yeah, so we found a welder yesterday. Asked the guys, the fishing guys, when we got to shore. And the guy rode his bike up, went and found someone, and brought the welder back down with his machine, which we obviously weren't ready. We had to take the whole sail down. So now we have the part. We're going to give him a call and see what he can do. Hablábamos ayer sobre soldar un parte de nuestro velero. Tenemos el parte ahora.
We just got a hold of, what was that going? Cayenne? Cayenne. Just got a hold of Cayenne. Hilary spoke to him on the phone. He is hopefully going to do the stainless welding that we need for our, whatever the heck it's called. We're locking up. We're going to head into town. The heat's up. We're going to go to the library, which is one of the places we go. Awesome, free Wi-Fi, great place to hang out in the air conditioning, get some work done on videos and respond to all our viewers.
Yeah.
Get the stainless welded, do a little bit more provisioning. Yeah, we're gonna get in the dinghy and head to shore.
Yeah.
Beat the heat before we head north.
Yeah. The welder came to meet us at our favorite hangout, the local library, and I showed him the part and explained what we needed. As we got some computer work done, he made the repair in no time at all. Okay.
Esta es una tuerca de acero inoxidable.
Este es?
Sí, nomás quedó la redondilla.
Ah, okay. Ah, perfecto, sí, sí. ¿Cuánto cuesta? ¿200?
250 pesos.
50, sí. Vamos a ver
Así
si...
déjalo, sí está bien.
Ah, sí.
Más porque está muy chula, si no te cobra más caro.
Okay, muchas gracias. Got our part welded up.
What was the guy's name?
Cayenne.
So he welded it for us. It looks like he took a stainless bolt,
Yeah.
or nut, sorry,
Nuts, yeah, a nut.
and he welded it back on and kind of ground it around a bit to make it rounded. Works perfect.
It does. It looks good. He gave us a little like welding stick. I don't know why.
The
but
316 welding
it says
stick.
316. So
If that's what that means, and we'll see how long it lasts.
yeah, it cost us 220 pesos. So
$13?
yeah, about $13 or so.
That's a pretty good deal to
Yeah.
find that guy, and we found him really quick too, so that worked
Yeah,
out well.
very easy. He got
We're
it
happy.
done in like an hour or something.
Now we're on our mad dash to the next air conditioning place, which will be some ice cream.
Good old snack. The most challenging part of the whole process was putting back up our sail, reefing lines, sail bag, and lazy jacks, and getting them all back into their correct places. Alright, that's all for this time, guys. Thanks so much for watching.
Yeah, thanks very much for watching, everyone. Remember to leave a comment below if you have any questions. I just wanted to say good day.
Yeah, until next time.
Cheers.
Adios.